Sweet. Right at, I mean, that was like dang near right after I hit record, or right
No, that's
before I
wild.
did. Anyways,
Uh,
hi guys, welcome to the Southern Roots podcast. We are on episode 23. Uh, we're getting up there. We're what? Three? No, we are at. Are we at? No,
oh
almost
my
at.
gosh, let me
Almost
go look.
at. I was trying to do quick math in my head. We're almost at half a year's worth of um podcast.
Oh wow, yeah, we are.
We're getting close.
Are we?
Yeah, what 52 is a year, and you have 25 is 50, so you're looking at
26.
26. So we're
Is it
three. We're
52? Yeah.
yeah, 52 weeks in a year. We're looking at almost half a year of a podcast, which is crazy to think. Like it's already been, and we didn't do none like pretty much all of December.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
we dang sure did take like a month off.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, so technically we have had the podcast for over 6 months at this point, which is
Yeah.
wild to think that this thing's gone 6 months already.
I didn't think it's been that long.
I know.
It don't feel like that long.
I don't. That's what I was getting at. Like I didn't think it. It doesn't feel like it's been 6 months already. Before we know it, it's going to be a year. We'll be having a anniversary. That sounds stupid.
So I'll be honest with you, I have to go back and look at the date that we actually posted our first podcast.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember.
You
Yeah, I have
remember
no idea.
we actually recorded 2 podcasts. And that one that didn't get posted just floating around somewhere.
I don't even know where
We
it's
did
at.
because we went for like 2 hours in that
Mhm.
Yeah,
one
we
day.
just cut it.
The first day.
Yeah, we're
We
like,
just cut
guys,
it.
this is so long.
This can't be that long.
So I actually have our YouTube pulled up right now. So our
Did we post
first,
it on YouTube immediately?
I think so.
yeah, I think
It
so.
says "Welcome to the Southern Roots Podcast."
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
August 30th is the first week. First
It was
day.
right during a hurricane, I think, or something like that, because I thought I was going to lose power
I don't remember.
when we went to go post it.
I
I'm
don't think it was a hurricane, but
I
it
think
was a storm.
yeah, I think
Some
it was
type
a
of storm or something like that.
Yep, we have. That is August 30th was the first time we ever posted a podcast. And it, to this day, our very first podcast, if my thing is correct, it is still the most viewed podcast we have.
I don't think it is on like
On
Apple.
YouTube. On YouTube. On
Yeah,
YouTube. Yeah. On YouTube, it is the most viewed podcast we have. So, which is by only, it's a small
Like
margin.
2 views.
Yeah. It's a small margin. But, anyways, so yeah.
How about that tuna video popping off a little bit?
I know, man. It is. It's the past couple of days, like it's just went nuts. Which is
we've had what did you say 700 views in the past 2 days.
In 48 hours,
No.
we've had 701 views on that one video.
That's good.
11,
Go check it out.
Yeah. Might as well go ahead and take this opportunity to plug all the social media.
Yep. The YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and the Facebook page. Y'all go like, subscribe, follow, comment, share. Is at the Southern Roots. Any interaction would be appreciated.
Absolutely. We have yeah, that video is done. I'm not gonna
started
lie.
slow.
It started very slow. It had me very nervous
Extremely slow.
because
I
I'm not
think
gonna lie. I
for
thought
like
it was
the
a
first
pretty
3 or
good
4
video.
days. For like the first 3 or 4 days, we had like 30 views, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like all
Then all
30
of
of
a
them people
sudden-
I know, like
Yeah, it
all of a
was.
sudden, we woke up next morning, we were at like
1,000.
800 views.
Yeah, close to 1,000. We're like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
and then it was like 1,700 views. Now it's over now it's over 2,000. But which is, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. At first I was nervous. I was like, man, I feel like this is a good video too. Like,
Yeah, I did too.
like it started. Okay, if you haven't watched the video, go watch it. But if you have watched the video, it kind of starts. It starts kind of slow. Obviously, there's a little bit of travel in there, but it's like 8 minutes, and then the rest of the video is just fish coming over the boat. Like,
Yeah, pretty much nonstop.
Yeah, so it's yeah, I mean it's a action packed video. So if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But anyways, that's enough about that. I know we have had a couple comments. We'll try and get back to as many as we can. We've had a couple questions about what we used on there. I'll put that. I'll respond to them about that. Um, hopefully, if I remember. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all the social media stuff updates. We haven't had many. Sorry, I might cough a bunch tonight because
Weather, boy.
the
Good
weather
grief.
in South Georgia is doing its thing again.
I swear.
Dude, it was
It's
30.
literally
I think it was,
frosting in the mornings.
dude, it was
At my
33
house.
o'clock or 33 o'clock.
Whoa. Jeez.
33 degrees this morning when I walked out my house, and by 11 o'clock it was 64. Like, I mean, that's
Oh yeah.
what, 31 degrees
Yeah.
in a
So
matter
hot.
of 3 or 4 hours. Like,
Every morning I walk out of
It's
my
so
house,
bad.
there's frost everywhere.
yeah, I mean,
For the
it's
past, I mean, I think this whole
all
week.
week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been, which tomorrow's Jesus, tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer than it was today. I think it's supposed to be in the mid 70s tomorrow. But
Yeah, I do think it's
I
supposed to
just
warm up
I just needed
and
to
keep
pick.
warming up.
I don't care if
yeah,
it's
that's
hot
my
or cold.
thing.
I just
Yeah.
needed to pick.
Yeah, I
Please
just needed
pick.
to stay. Like,
I'm finally at the point to where normally I always want cold weather, but I'm finally to the point because I get tired of back and forth. Like, just pick one.
yeah, just do it.
Either
and
be
stay.
cold or
My
be hot.
camera's not focusing on
Yeah.
me. Focus. There it goes. But yeah, I'm the same way, man. It just needs to. I'm fine if it's gonna be cold. Be cold. Like, if it's gonna be
Yep.
hot, like it's so. It must be so nice, like in parts of the country, that like it just happens. Like you just start. It just gradually
Sure,
just.
everywhere probably has
But like not.
what
I feel
we're
like it's not as
experiencing.
long though. Like I mean, this
Yeah,
goes
so I
on for
don't think.
like.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes on pretty much all of February, all of March. Well, like into January, into early March, it's gonna be this way. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's dang near 2 months.
dude. I mean, there was pollen on my car last week.
Yes.
Oh, dude, you should have, man. That also doesn't help it either. My sinus stuff is, I was cutting pine trees and cutting a limb, and it's just exploded in my face. I'm like, yay! I love this for me. It's so bad. Oh, also, I was told tonight. You know how I like milk so much, right?
He
Casey
needs some milk.
Casey told me at church that causes mucus. Like milk causes your body to produce mucus,
Really?
That doesn't surprise me because it's
which
so
because it's
thick.
like so thick. Yeah, and I mean I didn't think anything about it, but then I was like, well, actually that kind of makes sense. And I drink a gallon of milk a week, like by
Yeah.
myself. Like, like I love milk, and I have bad sinuses. Apparently, milk's bad for people that have sinus issues because it causes mucus. And then it's allergy, or like it's pollen is starting to come out. Like, it's just
Yep.
oh, springtime joy. It's not even technically spring yet, I don't think, but
I don't think
Technically-
spring comes until March.
The time change is
I
when it
actually-
happens, ain't it?
I actually no, I don't think so.
I have no idea. I'm just ready for the time change.
that's in March. That's March 10th, I think. Second week.
Maybe it is.
Well,
I don't know when the actual seasons are, to be honest with
Me
you.
neither.
I don't either.
Like
Well,
to me, summertime is like a month before summer actually comes in.
Yeah. That's because it's already.
yeah, because it's already hot.
It's
Hot.
it's already been 100 degrees for a month.
Well,
Yeah.
my thing
And they're
is,
like, oh, it's the first day of summer. I was like, no, the first day of summer was freaking
Forever ago.
35 days ago.
Yeah.
yeah, my biggest thing is like for instance, spring. Like we base that on a groundhog. Like what? That makes no sense.
No, I
to me.
think spring is the same time every year. I think the groundhog is saying if it's springtime, like the actual weather of spring is going to come early or late. And I don't think there's actually any truth to that. I think it's one of those things that people latched onto and just haven't let go of. And I could be totally off, and I may get roasted for that. I don't know, but
I have no idea. Like
that's
Me
how
either.
I've
Groundhog
always
Day
took it.
has never made any sense to me at all. Like
It makes zero
zero.
sense to
I
me
mean,
either.
like we're putting that make I don't know.
But I couldn't even tell you what the groundhog has to do or what it
Me neither.
does, what it means. Like
Me neither.
I
Like
don't
I
know.
know it's supposed to like if it sees its
Like,
shadow
don't they
or
go
not.
and actually watch as a
Oh
specific groundhog?
yeah. Like I mean,
And
they
as
it's
far as I
like
know, it's
a
the same one, right?
supposedly. I think one of them died or something though. Like it died recently,
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
no
and it had
kidding,
it.
they got to
eventually.
I mean, I
eventually.
know that, but I'm saying like the one that has been. I think it died recently,
So does the
and,
tradition what like so?
I think they
How do
just get
they
a
how
new
do they
one.
pick the new one?
I guess it's
Do they
like
have an election, like voting on a president?
we're. I'm gonna. Never
I
mind.
didn't vote.
I'm gonna keep the comment I was gonna say to myself, but the I figure it's probably like they do with Uga.
So like somebody actually has that Joker as a pet and then just puts it outside one day a year and
I have a computer right here. Hold on, y'all talk about something. I'm gonna Google this.
well now all I can think about is Groundhog Day, so I don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
What do y'all? What do I? Groundhog?
How does Groundhog Day work? I would just type that in.
How does? They can probably hear my keyboard clicking. How does
Oh,
groundhog? That's one word, by the way. That's crazy.
yeah.
Groundhog Day work. Look at that. Yeah. Groundhog Day. Wow. I'm okay. Groundhog Day, Pennsylvania, German. That's in German. Okay, sweet. Okay,
So
Groundhog
doesn't
Day
it take
is
place in the US?
yeah, it does in
Oh.
Pennsylvania. Is a
So it just
tradition.
says something about Germany.
It says Pennsylvania German, and then it's in
Oh.
like the next like 7 or 8 words is in German. Groundhog. Now this is also on Wikipedia. Everybody has their own opinions about Wikipedia, obviously, but is a tradition observed regionally in the United States and Canada on February 2nd of every year. It. Oh my gosh, what happened? Holy cow! This is a whole paragraph. It deserves every year. It derives from the Pennsylvania Dutch superstition. I think that's the right word. I'm a terrible reader, by the way. This we have the wrong. We have
I wasn't going to say anything. Somebody else probably should.
yeah.
You
We
can
should
send it to me real quick. I can read it.
here. I can just
Put it
pull
in
it up.
Discord.
I can just pull it up on the thing. Watch this. Watch. We're gonna
Oh yeah, you can.
watch. Here we go. We're gonna share screen. Look at this. Look at this. Here you go. All right.
That is so blurry on my screen.
Is it? I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
click on it so it makes it big for the people at home so that they can read it. So one of y'all want to read it? Can y'all read it?
It's blurry, but
It's
I'll
blurry.
read it. Let me get a shot. Is a tradition observed regionally? Or you already read that?
After 2 years is where I started right here.
Okay, February 2nd, 2 years every year. It derives from the Pennsylvania Dutch superstition that if a groundhog emerges from its burrow on this day and sees its shadow, it will retreat to its den, and winter will go on for 6 more weeks. If it does not see its shadow, spring will arrive early in 2024, and early spring was predicted. While the tradition remains popular in 21st century, studies have found no consistent association between the groundhog seeing its shadow and the subsequent arrival of time of spring-like weather. So I kind of figured that. I want to see like what groundhog do they use? Does it say scroll down? I tried scrolling on my screen. That's crazy. Groundhog as a badger. It's a German Groundhog Day. Expect that winter spell. I don't care. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Bear rat? I've never even heard of a bear rat. It sounds terrifying though. I think now it's just giving us history on groundhogs.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh wait.
No,
No.
this isn't it either. Just Google, do they use the same groundhog every year for Groundhog Day? Good thing you had nothing crazy on your stuff, because like this is just for the world to see.
Yeah. Did you see that said something about human
Oh
remains?
my
Holy
God.
cow.
Huh? What did it say?
Dude, they use the same groundhog every year. Ain't no way. What is that? Hold on. Oh, okay. I just seen 1887. I was like, ain't no way it's the same
All right,
groundhog.
despite the lifespan of groundhog usually being less than 6 years, not even attempted. The Groundhog Club's inner circle maintains they have been speaking to the same groundhog since. Okay,
God, that's
Okay,
cap.
so
Get out of
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Get out
so
of
this
here.
is just crazy stuff.
Yeah, get out of there.
Let me end that right there.
Yeah.
They just talking crazy stuff now.
yeah.
Oh my.
Y'all believe what y'all want.
So, pretty much everything I said was correct then.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
I mean, it
no
literally
way.
says it has no. They have found no correlation when the actual springtime weather shows up. So it's just a. I mean, it's literally just a day for. It's like, and we're probably gonna get some backlash on this. It's like Valentine's Day. It's a made up holiday, like for no reason. Like
Valentine's Day is 100% a made up holiday.
apparently,
Yep.
so is Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, let's be honest, half the holiday, every majority of the holidays are just made up days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Halloween.
President's Day.
Yep.
I mean, my kids were out of school for President's Day.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was President's Day Monday
Me neither.
until
Me
you know when I
neither.
found out. Snapchat sent me a thing that said Happy President's Day. I said, "Oh,
I
sweet."
found out on Wednesday when I realized that my kids were out a half a day Thursday and then out of school on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Jeez.
Oh, they've been out
Yeah,
of
this
school for a minute.
yeah, today was their first day back.
Heck yeah.
I always hated that. Like, just why don't you just stay out? I would start back Monday.
I don't understand the point in like. I don't know. We have some kids in youth that their school does that too. Like they'll go
So
like
I
half a day
understand it
on
like
Thursday and none Friday, and then they'll go back like the same thing Monday and Tuesday. Why not just give me the
so I
whole
understand it
week
whenever
off?
the school year is starting or you're coming back from a long break, like
Yeah,
winter break or something like that, because everybody's amped up is get some back in routine without having to be back in routine for a whole
right.
week.
Yeah,
But yeah, whenever you're talking about like just a couple days,
I mean, it's just a random couple
oh my
days
god,
in the week.
Ruger, I swear, almost just broke his hip.
What?
He went to go take off and slipped on the floor, and all I heard was him flop over and his hip hit the thing, and then his head hit the floor, and he just kind of slid across it.
Jeez,
Oh golly.
And
where's
now
he
he's just
going
laying there
so
looking at me.
fast?
Are you alive, Ruger? Oh yeah, he got up.
It's
He was
I
just
was just
laying
chilling.
there staring at me
He's
afterwards.
like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he was just chilling.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of kids, they started playing ball.
Yes, Raylan started Monday and Colton started yesterday. So,
Just practice right now, right?
yeah, this is practice. We
Do
got
they
practice
do
like the
they
next month.
do
I'm talking about practice.
you do they practice even once game start or once the game start it's
No,
just
once the
strictly
game started, practice is over.
gotcha. So it's the same
So
like concept as basketball, just a longer
yeah,
season.
so Raylan's never played. Neither one of my kids have played baseball or softball before.
Yeah.
They put Raylan in 8U, which I did not think she was going to be in. So she missed T-ball and coach pitch, which I wasn't like way excited about
Yeah.
going straight into pitching machine. But she loved it.
Really.
Good.
I mean,
That's
yeah, when
good.
we got done, she wanted to stay longer, and now, I mean, really for like the past week and a half, she's been asking everybody to go out in the yard and play catch and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like all she talks about is softball.
Sweet.
That's
And
cool.
then Colton's practice started. So I didn't hear from Colton's coach. I had to call the rec department. I guess he had too many kids because I think we have like 12 kids on Colton's team now.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
lot.
and that's the whole like everybody's got to play too thing. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't
Oh
even
yeah.
think they keep score in Colton's age.
oh,
Raylan's
yeah.
age they do. I don't think they do in Colton's age group. I could be wrong on that. But so I had to call I actually finally talked to the coach the day of practice. I got an email from the rec department telling me what time his practice was and where it was at. And so F&M's got 2 recs. They got the old rec and then they got the new rec.
Yeah.
And so all I saw was the rec field 2. I was like, okay, cool. I'll go to the rec at field 2, the new one.
Yeah.
Well, I get there and I get Colton out on the field. And I even asked one of the guys, said, is this his coach's name? And he said, this is the field, this is field 2. I was like, okay, then I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
And so Colton's warming up, and he's 5, so he
Yeah.
doesn't catch the ball very well. And there's a couple other kids that like aren't catching the ball well that he's on par with, but then there's other kids that are like, they're good.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
There's no way you miss T-ball and you're this far behind, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and then I turn around and I look, and this one kid, he throws the baseball like 40 yards, like freaking catches it, quick throws, like that's got to be somebody's older brother. There's no way he's in this age group.
Yeah.
And I run into one of my buddies and I'm talking to him. He's like, they put Colton on this team? I'm like, dude, this is what I was told. He goes, I don't think this is the right age group. I said, I don't think it is neither. But this is the rec field too. And so we warm up with the team. Colton's
really?
bags Colton's bags in the dugout.
Oh my
And
God.
and so then they go out on the field, and Colton, and he's like a foot shorter than everybody out there.
Yeah.
And I know he's a small kid, but I was like, there's no way he's this small.
Yeah, he's not that small. I mean,
he's not
little,
that
but
small.
Not
And,
compared to his other age group.
There's no way. And so I'm tripping, and the coach is going through the thing, and there's another kid. Go figure. There's another kid on the team named Colton. So he calls Colton. Colton raises his hand, and the coach looks at him, and then he says the kid's last name, and I was like, no, that's Gordon. He said, oh, he's just helping us out today? I was like, no, bro, like he's on the team. And so he comes over there, and I'm talking to him, and I pull up my email. It's the rec on 119 behind their office.
Yep.
And so it's at the wrong complex. So I had to go shoot over to that complex. And I walk out on that field. I was like, this makes so much more sense. Like, there was a kid with his helmet on backwards in the field.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
this is where
Yeah.
this is where you're supposed to be at. Like, yeah, we're in the right spot now.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
Cole, I had to go out there and tell the coach, like, my bad, dude. I misread the email, and we went to the other field. I was like, he's all good though. He already warmed up and everything with a whole nother team. Like, he was about to start practice and everything.
Oh my goodness.
So he was like 20 minutes late to his first practice because of me.
Heck yeah.
That's funny.
He run 2 poles for that?
No, he actually was the second one to go and hit. He actually hit the ball pretty well.
Really?
Good.
To have only swung a bat at like wiffle ball stuff in the yard,
Yeah.
it was he didn't do too bad.
And he's on coach pitch, right?
Yeah.
So you go T-ball, coach pitch, pitching machine,
Pitching
player
machine.
pitch.
Correct. Yeah.
How long can they be on pitching machine?
I think they're on pitching machine.
I think 12 and under is whenever you do kid pitch.
It's either
Or is it
12
10
and
and
under
under?
or no, I don't think it's 10 and under. I think you have 2 years of machine pitch and then it goes to kid pitch.
Okay.
Oh, I say 2 years, 2 age groups, so it's 4 years of
Gotcha.
machine pitch.
So
Okay.
it's probably 12 then.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's what I'm thinking. I think that'd be the earliest you would actually let kids throw a baseball at other kids.
I mean, they're not technically throwing them at the kids, but
They are.
that is true. So
They
yeah.
are.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well,
I feel like T-ball's totally unnecessary. Like I absolutely refuse to sign my kids up for T-ball.
T-ball is a madhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
But
is.
I do feel like coach pitch is really important, and I hate that Raylan missed out on that, but she just had to catch up. Which now I will say, Raylan is how do I say this very nicely? Raylan is not very athletic in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Holton catches on to stuff pretty quick when it comes to stuff like that, but Raylan is a whole lot easier to teach as of right now
Yeah.
with sports than Colton is. But everything, like I show Colton something a couple times and he kind of picks it up.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, cool, I got it, I'm bored, I'm gonna go do something else. Whereas Raylan, she's actually got to work at it, and so then she gets like me, like she gets focused on that
Yeah.
and only wants to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to teach.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If you get,
So
I mean, anybody, I mean, and that's with anybody though. Like, if,
yeah,
I mean, for heaven's sakes, I mean, us and like me and golf, like, I picked up golf and that's all, like, outside of work and family stuff. I mean, pretty much since hunting season's been over, all I've
that's all
thought
you.
about is
Yeah.
golf, like outside
Oh
of
yeah.
work. So,
I I do wish I would have. They called me, asked if I wanted to coach. I didn't think I'd have time, and I really don't think I'd have time. But going out there, I wish I would have coached.
yeah.
So I think last night I made up my mind that I'm going to coach, which also means I need an assistant coach.
I don't know about it, dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I
know
know.
about it.
Watch, y'all mark. What is it? It is February 21st.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Andy will be out there on the basketball court with me coaching basketball this year.
His
And
mind's
then,
so messed up.
basketball?
His mind is
yeah,
so
yeah,
messed up.
yeah, yeah. You will.
Basketball?
Yeah, you will.
I thought you said baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna do that too.
What? What is this? What is going
Watch.
on?
Just watch. Watch. Y'all mark my words.
I probably will help coach basketball. Legit.
You'll help.
I
You'll help
like
coach
I like
baseball too.
basketball a lot. Speaking of basketball, we no, we did not win our game. But I don't know.
I bet you're half asleep. It's 10 o'clock game.
Dude, them 10 o'clock games are atrocious. And
Yeah,
then I
that's
just
ridiculous.
laid in my bed till 1:30. Because you can't like
No, you can't shut it
I mean,
off.
I
that
was
fast.
legit running like full
Yeah.
speed at 11:15. I mean, the games were running late.
Yeah, they always do.
I mean, I don't know, man. I was like, this is.
Who was y'all's referee?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, that answers
You
it.
again? That's crazy.
He usually does the late games. He usually does the last two games, and that's like primarily what we've had is 9. I think no, we've had an 8 o'clock game. I don't know, but yeah. So
You're a good guy.
yeah, he really is actually like a
Yeah, he actually is a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
but is not very good at his job.
Yeah, he's legally blind.
He's he's bad.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Did I tell y'all about last week? What I did?
Is that the
No.
one I went to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw it.
you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
So last week, obviously, Robbie was on the podcast, so we kind of let him do his thing with his story. But so 2 weeks ago in our basketball game, I get the ball in the corner, at the 3-point line and all,
Mhm.
and they trap me, which okay, cool, whatever. There's nothing wrong with it. It happens. They wind up shoving me to the ground. I lose the ball, and then Bill's just whoops.
Oof. Beep.
Yeah. So he's just standing there watching, right? And I'm like, Jesus, bro, like you're just gonna let them shove me to the ground like that and not call a foul at all. They wind up getting the ball, going down, and like a fast break, something, score point, right? Whatever. Okay. We come back, we get back on offense, and there's a loose ball or something, and their guy goes and he beats me to the ball, right? And I just
Not a long shot.
like fumble recovery, like dog pile on top of him. And then he blows the whistle, calls a foul, which was 100% warranted. Like, I mean, it
was so obvious. It was the most obvious thing in the world that Andy had zero intention on getting that ball.
No, I wasn't. Like, I mean, and I will say for the record, if it was a guy older than me out there playing, I would have never have done that. Just because of you risk injury, people got to go to work the next day, type stuff. That was a young kid that, you know what I mean, like, so.
And he didn't like totally flop on him.
Yeah. I just kind of like grabbed him as I went down to the ground. But I knew it. I mean, obviously it was a foul. And he blows the whistle, and I just lose it, buddy. I mean, I didn't even, and it's just sub on the fly. So as soon as I got up and I was like, "Oh, you want to blow the whistle now, huh? That's what you want to do? Now you're gonna blow the whistle for that. They can throw me to the ground, but I can't throw them to the ground. Just letting him have it." And I just turned around, and walked straight to the bench, and then he's like,
And then continued
and then
on
continued to
while
yell,
on the
yeah,
bench.
and then continued to yell. And I was clapping, and I was like, good job. You're doing really well at your, and he just stops and looks at me. And I just keep going. And then he goes, are you done? And I say something else. And then I finally stop. And I'm like, this dude.
So this is the advantage of having refs that like you versus refs that
Yes,
don't.
because
The only thing that was going to happen to Andy, he wasn't going to get teed up. He was either going to get thrown out or he's going to sit right there on the bench.
yeah.
And that's all he was going to do. But if it would have been like Trent doing that,
Yeah, Trent would've got a tech.
He
For
would have
sure.
got a tech and then got thrown out too, for sure.
Yeah.
Like he just wouldn't have put up with it from Trent.
Yeah, he doesn't like Trent for some reason. But
In fact, Trent got teed up that game
Trent,
for
yeah,
throwing him the ball.
Yeah,
he didn't like the way Trent threw him the ball and teed him up.
Oh wow, that's petty.
I swear.
no joke. And Trent even said, like, as soon as it left his hand, he's like, "Oh crap," because it short hopped him. Like it didn't, it wasn't far enough. I mean, y'all know what a short hop
Yeah.
is, but for people who listen who may not know what a short hop is, it's not far. It didn't land far enough in front of him to bounce up back to like his waist, and it didn't reach
It was
him.
basically
in the
hitting
air.
him in the shins.
Yeah, like it bounced and then hit him in the shin. After, so he got teched up and then the very next loose ball, I run and grab it real quick, right? And just go like place it in his hands. Very, I mean, it's, obviously what what I was doing was being sarcastic. And I did it. I just very nicely set it in his hands, said, here you go. And he just, didn't say nothing. But I'm not gonna lie. I know you can't have it both ways. Like, I mean, you can't. I would have given, if somebody done that to me, I'd have gave him a tech over that. Just being, but I mean, I know you can't. Like, it's just.
Yeah, you can't get mad when somebody passes you the ball and then within 30 seconds, somebody comes and places the ball in your hand, you can't tee them up. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what? How do you want us to get the ball to you, dog? Like, you know what I mean? So
because then the next person just sits it in the middle of the court, like where they catch the ball and they sit it down, and
then you're mad at that because you're not getting the ball. Like,
does he just not get the ball at all?
Yeah, like you just have to go get it yourself.
He put himself in a situation where he couldn't get mad at Andy there.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't matter. I mean,
yeah,
But
anyway, it was. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. That was what, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that was I was ready to go after that, that game.
Remind me to tell you something about refereeing and all that stuff after this is over.
Okay. Buddy, I'm dying over here. I mean, technically we all are, but I feel like I'm dying faster.
You are. You just had a birthday.
I did have a birthday. I'm getting old, guys. This is my last
30, right?
Boy, if you don't shut your mouth, I'll be putting that on me yet now. Come on.
You're working towards it, that's for sure.
I did have my last birthday in the 20s, which is sad to say. It's crazy. Like, I don't know,
here
man.
he is getting mad at refs on a league night.
I know, right? Acting like a child.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think, like, I feel like as, growing up, which you're obviously, in the house with your parents and all that, you feel like by my age, I feel like my parents had it together. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm so lost still, you know what I mean? As a dang near 30-year-old, so, but hey, yeah.
Oh, if I have a question, I still call my dad.
Yeah,
100%.
Sure. Like, which now, granted, my dad lost both his parents at a young age. I mean, in his, well, I don't know. He was probably in his 30s, early 30s.
That's young.
So, he had to kind of figure it out. But yeah, if I have a question, I'm still like, yo, mom, how do I don't understand how to do this. Like, I mean, my mom still does all my taxes. Which
Oh,
now,
but I'm not.
now granted, I
I
do.
filed my taxes for the first time by myself this year. I was so frustrated. I wanted to punch my computer screen.
It is annoying.
I was mad,
I
dude.
don't think I've ever.
I didn't have to.
I don't think
I didn't
I've
have
ever.
to do it this year. I did it last year though.
Why'd you have to do it this year? What'd you do?
I got Brittany to do it.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Can't
Yeah,
have
it
a
took me-
cough drop either. I might OD.
It took me like 2 hours to do my taxes.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
I was so frustrated by the time it was over.
Yeah, I ain't lie. I ain't never filed my taxes. My
Well, I
I
couldn't
haven't
find
filed them
myself.
myself. That sounded terrible. I
don't
always
pay
pay my taxes. I always pay my taxes.
I couldn't
I've
find
never
myself from
filed them
last
myself.
year, so I had to go and create another account on another thing and
Oh
get.
yeah, that's aggravating.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah.
Being an adult sucks, honestly. Like 0 out of 10, do not recommend.
Yeah, yeah. If you can stay a kid forever, I'd recommend it. No bills.
Yeah, like
do what you
that
want.
14 to 16-year-old range is probably the sweet spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
16, you can drive, you can go and do some things, but still, like, the only thing you're paying for is gas. And you start getting 17, 18, then you're starting to have a little bit of bills. But that 14 to 16 range, you have a little bit of freedom. You can start to drive. You can start to do your own thing, but you're paying for gas and maybe insurance. You know?
See, I would think probably about 17, 18 is the best. It's just
At
that.
17, 18, I was already working full time. Like,
Yeah, but
I
not
mean,
everybody. I mean, that you were in a
yeah, but
peculiar
I'm talking about
situation.
my
Yeah. Well, I
personal
feel like
experience.
my thing is 17 to 18. You're at the age where you can pretty much do like. I mean, you don't obviously at that age you're old enough to know how to pretty much do what you need to do to live, right?
Yeah.
But you're at the age where you majority of people are still at home at that age. So you don't have those kind of bills. But you don't and you're also at the age to where for me anyways, you don't think because when you first turn 16, your
I
parents
can
are
see
just
that because
the dumbest people in the world. They don't understand you, and as you
yeah.
turn 17, 18, you're like, they actually do understand what you're doing. And
17, 18, I didn't think that.
I think I did by the time I graduated high school.
No.
My
17,
senior
18,
year.
dude, I thought I was freaking. But I mean, then again, I was working full time,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. I mean, so yeah, I thought I was actually grown.
Yeah. I got you.
So yeah, I could see for like the average person, yeah, because I was working part time at I can't remember. I think it was as early as 14, 15, 16, and then I started working full time when I was 16 and then never stopped. So at most people 17, 18, they're working part time or just getting into full time, and that's where I was at like 15, 16.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, I was pretty much like my senior year. Whatever your senior year age, I think is probably like
Best years.
the best
Yeah, I
year.
can see that.
Just because of
Yeah.
like you're to the point where it's just like you're just chilling in life at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you really kind of are.
yeah, you just I mean, my senior year was like completely chill. I had like 4 classes all year long. I mean, went to school for a couple hours, played sports, went home. I chilled all year. But you're at the age where you're not like arguing with your parents about stupid stuff anymore for the most part. I didn't anyways. Like I was to the age where at that point in my life I was like, yeah, they kind of understand. Like they do
Yeah.
actually know what they're
Know
talking
what's
about.
up.
You know what I mean? Like for a while, for them first couple years driving, you think you just don't understand, mom.
I don't think I started to understand. My parents knew what they were talking about until I was like 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I heard that.
I was like 16.
Yeah, well, Seth had an example ahead of him on what not to do.
So when Shane found out, I found out pretty much same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth
Y'all
was
about
able
4
to
years
watch.
apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are 4 years apart. Seth was able to watch me and say, "Okay, so you don't do that.
That's not what that is.
Okay, so
Either
you
that
don't
or
do
you
that."
you do it a different way.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, so he did it this way.
Let me try it
Let's
some
do it.
other way.
Yeah.
I was
Or
definitely a trial and
just
error
do
for
not do that at all. You know what
yeah, I
I'm
was a
saying?
trial and error for everything.
Like just
I
don't
mean,
even
because I
try
was
it.
my parents' first kid, so they're learning everything for the first time. Like everything stupid I did, they dealt with for the first time with me.
Yeah.
And then, so they would have a different way of dealing with it when Seth would get caught up in something similar, or like Seth was like, okay, that did not work out well for Shane, so I think
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
just
going to
not
not
even
do
gonna try.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try it.
Yeah. So
Holy.
yeah, Seth definitely didn't give my parents as hard of a time.
I like coming out of my bedroom, you know what I'm saying? I like having my stuff.
I dang sure did. I spent like an entire summer grounded. I was grounded
golly.
for I can't remember how long or what it was. I got ungrounded for like 2 days and then grounded again, dude. It was
That's so fast.
yeah, it was pretty fast.
Dude.
I w- yeah. I gave my parents a lot of crap for
Dude,
sure.
I used to get in trouble, it would be my punishment would be I had to copy like books of the Bible. Have I told y'all this before?
No.
So I used to have to legit like my dad would be like copy the book of Matthew. You know what I mean? The last time I got in trouble, I copied a book. I
Like
don't
you
even
had to actually write it.
write it word for word because he was like, it used to be like write down like I will not whatever, right? And it would just be I www all the way down. You know what I mean? The whole page.
I don't know if that's actually
I
faster.
don't.
I
I
used to
don't
do
think
that
it
too.
is. I don't
Like, I
think
had
it
to do
is.
that I had to do that in school as well. And I did the same thing. I don't know that it's actually faster.
I don't think it is,
Yeah,
but it
there's no
makes
way,
my
right?
page look full, more full,
Quicker.
faster.
It may be a mental
Yeah.
aspect.
Has
though.
to be mental. Yeah.
So, but so
I know I'm not the only one that did that.
drop in the comments if you used to when you had to copy something for school or punishment. If you just wrote one letter all the way down the page, and then
I don't think I did one letter. I think I did one word.
I used to do. I tried it every way. Like I would do the whole sentence, you know, for a little
But
bit.
that
I-
takes
and
too
then
long.
I
I'm gonna do a
honest,
different.
I
Yeah.
honest to God didn't get. There was very few punishments where it was just writing stuff. Like even in school, like I just straight up got detention, suspended, ISS,
Yeah.
or I didn't get in trouble. Like there was no the teacher gets mad at me, and so I got to write something
I
down.
don't think I've ever done it in school. I think it was always like a punishment from my parents, which
I think my parents knew that wasn't going to work for me, so they just
well, they would
bypassed the
ground
whole
me,
thing.
and then like instead of me just sitting in my room, like because they would take my like TV, all the stuff. Like I couldn't have anything.
Yeah.
They're like, and while you're in here, this is what you're gonna do, type thing.
Yeah, but see, I would get so bored while I was grounded that I would want to do something. Like I would just start writing because it's like all I had. So I don't,
Yeah, I don't know.
like whenever I got grounded, there was times I literally had nothing. Like I would just lay in my bed.
Just stare at the ceiling, dude. I
Yeah.
remember one time, and I'll go back to the writing thing. But I remember one time I got in trouble. I was in elementary school, or so I had to have been in elementary school, and yeah, because we wasn't living in my house that my parents are in now. But um, they my mom got in trouble. I got in trouble by my mom, right? And I went. She's like, "Go to your room," and I did something, and she said that I didn't deserve it or deserve to have whatever it was or whatever. I don't remember what the whole scenario was, but I just remember it was something about not deserving something, right? So I went. She told me to go to my room, so I went into my room and I took every single thing in my room: dressers, TV, the nightstands. I mean, all of it. My bed. I took it all apart and put it in the middle of my room in the floor, and I was just sitting in the floor. And she come in my room and saw it, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't deserve none of this stuff." And she's like, "You better have your room back like normal before your dad gets home." So I had to
Did y'all
put it all back.
when y'all got in trouble and you knew, like, you were so mad, you got to go to your room, right? Your mom's, go to your room. I don't want to see. I don't want to talk to
Yeah.
you. And you're livid.
Yeah.
You have all this anger, but you know if you say anything, you're going to get absolutely blasted.
Oh yeah.
And so you just go in full face into the pillow
Yeah.
and scream as loud as you can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all have done that too?
I feel
Oh,
like I
yeah.
have done that.
I've done it. And-
Have y'all ever packed all y'all stuff up? Like, that's it. I'm done. I'm leaving tonight. And you
I don't know if I've
bag-
done that or
I
not.
you
have
have a
done, I've
bag
done that
packed
too.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, when I was at the age of me doing that, I'd have never made it anywhere.
Dude,
Like,
I was
I'm like,
8.
yeah,
Like, I don't know if I was, yeah, you know, but I'm
buddy,
like
I was,
10.
yeah, I was young, dog. Like,
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? But I have 75 cents to my name. I'm gonna go buy some bubble gum.
yeah, that's crazy. The things you think about when you're a child, like, it's like I'm done, I'm
Yeah.
out of here, I'm gone.
Yeah, but I was dead set, man. I'm in
Yeah.
my pillow screaming, "That's it! I'm leaving! I'm gone!"
Yeah.
And then I get up and I throw, like, you know, my 4 pairs of pants in a
Yeah.
bag. I don't even put no shirts or underwear in there. Just I
Yeah.
put pants,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm gonna leave with.
Yeah, that's like or like you ever get in so much trouble you you know you all mad and stuff, you close the door and you just fight the air. You just swinging your arms and stuff, you know. Yeah.
Been there a many a
Yeah.
times. you
Yeah.
know?
I'm like, hey, no way.
Yeah.
Like, let him come in my room right now. I'll beat him up right now. I swear.
Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing.
Especially like with dad.
And then
Boy, I'd be like,
they'll walk in the room and
yeah, you just
you be still as
yeah,
fuck.
just standing in the
all
middle of
that
your room.
crap
you
you
just-
just all that
Doing
crap
nothing.
they're like,
Yeah.
what were you doing?
Nothing.
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 I wouldn't do
Are you
nothing.
sure? Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
sir. I'm good.
I'm
I
chilling.
can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
You were just hyping yourself up for 30
Oh, yeah.
seconds. I'm
Yeah.
gonna whoop him. And then he actually walks in like,
Yeah,
Hey,
just,
Dad.
What's up, Dad?
yeah.
are you coming to spank me? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm dying. Yeah, absolutely. No, what was I saying about the?
You had to
Oh,
write
the-
the
yeah, I was copying the books of the
Bible.
Bible. And the last time I got in trouble, my dad looked at me. He said, "The next time you get in trouble, you're gonna have to copy the Book of Psalms." And I'm like,
Oh my
I never
God.
had to write the Bible after that last time because I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
would've
I'm
been wild.
not, dude. Psalms is the longest book of the Bible for
Mhm.
those that don't know. And I was like, no, it ain't.
For one, there's no way he was going back and reading that.
No, he never. I don't think he ever. I don't personally. I don't know. I doubt it.
There's no way.
I could have started with like the first 4 and then just 4 chapters would have been a good couple pages, and then
See,
just
my
scribbled
thing is,
something.
I would have actually have tried that and would
the
have got
first
busted
one he
and been
read.
in trouble again.
Yeah.
That's where
And
I
now
messed
I'm reading every word.
up.
Yeah.
Every time I got in trouble, I was like, okay, how can I get out of this without actually doing my
Writing all
punishment?
this stuff.
Yes.
Instead, I would get in more trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I can go ahead and tell you, my kids definitely got a little bit of me in them. Because there's sometimes I'm like, if you don't shut your mouth right now, and then here comes Raylan. But no, we're not. We're not doing. Go to your room now. I'm not
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah. Boy, and they young.
I have
too.
seriously wanted to call mom and dad before. Like, I'm sorry. What can I do now to fix this problem so I don't have to deal with
Yeah.
it from my kids?
Yeah. Oh.
Which my kids for the most part are pretty good, but Raylan does. She likes to.
Yeah, she'll
Colton
test
just
it.
Colton just breaks down.
Yeah, he's emotional.
Raylan, she's got a rhyme and a reason to everything,
Yeah.
and she
Even
wants
if it
you
don't
to
make
know it.
sense.
Even if it makes zero sense, and she wants you to know it.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. So
I don't even know how we got to this point.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Who knows how any of it? This is the problem when we don't have a lot to
Dude,
talk
we
about.
started on Groundhog Day.
Which is
and then we went to
stupid.
Listen, this is the problem when we don't have like a set subjects to talk about.
No, so that's the last thing I remember is Groundhog Day. And then we just talked about punishments for the last 20 minutes.
We talked about basketball. We talked about your kids playing sports. After that, I
Yep.
don't know how we wound up here though.
Here we are.
Anyways, so Seth, you want to?
Yes, sir.
Apparently, there was
Oh, with the
there's
deer.
information about your deer coming back.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't
Uh,
been told. You said let's wait until here. So
well, you remember it was it last month? I was like, when would be a good time to call him?
yeah.
Because I was pretty sure that February was the month it was supposed to be coming out. I called him. What was it, Monday? And then answer. And Brittany called. They did answer. She gave him my number. I talked to him yesterday, and he told me that it was supposed to be finished in January, and something went wrong with the hide or something like that,
Yeah.
and like the hair was falling off or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he had to do something else. And he said that he told them to call me and tell me what was going on, but it never happened.
Yeah.
And then he thought the problem got resolved, but never obviously got resolved because I didn't get a phone call
Yeah.
or it just didn't come through. Whatever,
Right.
just
Yeah,
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Or you ignored it because
Yeah,
it was an
it's
unknown number.
yeah, which I have this whole month for sure been answering because I do not answer no phone. If I ain't got your number, I don't answer your phone
Yeah, you're
call.
better off texting us,
Yeah.
and it'll still
So
be 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
shit.
Amazon gets to Shane's house faster.
That's a fact.
So he ordered the something for it Monday, and he said it'll be out in 2 weeks. He'll get it done, and he'll actually be working on it. So
And that's
he
the guy
said
who runs it.
yeah, he runs it.
Gotcha.
He apologized. I mean, we all know business a little
Oh
bit,
yeah.
so we
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
it
stuff
happens.
happens.
Yeah.
So I wasn't upset. I was just super excited. I will say that because what happened? He's like, it might be done. Let me check because he went out the shop Monday. He's like, let me check and give me his number, and I'll call y'all
Gotcha.
Tuesday. And yeah, so 2 weeks. He said.
That's not bad. Is he having to get? Do you know what he's having to do? Like I know, like
Mm.
Dad. So when Dad got his done, I cut one side of the hide, and Dad cut the other side of the hide on the
Mhm.
He called it the brisket, is what the taxidermy called it, the brisket cut or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's down the front of it. I have no idea, but he said on one side of it, it was all all kind of jacked up. It wasn't cut straight, or like it was cut, but then like I don't know, it was messed up. He sent me pictures of it and all that, but he had to actually like so the hide on Dad's mount is not the actual hide from his deer. Like
Yeah,
he had to, like you can buy like they
Yeah.
call him a cape.
that's what he's having to do.
Is he okay? So he's having
Yeah.
to get a cape for it. Okay, that's why I was wondering. Yeah, I mean you can't. I know the people that Dad used. They asked what we estimated the deer's weight, and they could already kind of figure on what size they needed based off the cape that we left on it.
hmm
Um,
How much of the neck y'all leave? That's how
as far
they
as like the
determine sometimes too.
actual like the meat of the neck,
Yeah.
we cut it right under the skull.
Okay. A lot of people leave
I
about
think
3-4
no,
inches
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
we
neck.
yeah we did we cut it right at the skull. We just left all of the. I mean, the crazy thing is we left like so much of it. It's just that one spot was cut, jacked
Oh, I
up.
did the same thing, boy. My tail of the deer went to the taxidermy.
Oh wow,
Hey, did it really?
Yeah, the whole thing. I didn't cut nothing off.
Holy.
dang, that sucks that the hair jacked up on it. Which I have heard that that
He
is
said
not.
if he would have, he said obviously he could have left it. He said it just wouldn't have lasted. The hair
Yeah,
would just start falling out and
yeah, and
kept
then you
falling
wouldn't have
out.
been real happy with
Yeah.
it a year down the
So,
road. Yeah,
Yeah, you would definitely rather
yeah,
get a
yeah.
Oh,
taper
yeah,
than
Two
to
yeah.
weeks
have
to
it
have
start.
a 2 more weeks to have a something that's gonna last. I mean, it's
I mean, honest to God, majority of deer, like their actual fur looks the same, unless you have like a really dark or really light or what is it called, like a pieball or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it actually matter?
yeah. I mean, it's
To me,
not.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
The main thing that's unique, in my opinion, is the rack of
yeah.
every deer. Every deer's rack's a little different, and the rack on mine is very weird, kind of because it goes down at an angle on the. I think it's the left side.
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of weird looking,
Yeah,
but I thought it was dope.
that is pretty sick. It's pretty sweet looking rack. So,
Yep.
oh, I also, I just looked at my hat. We still got to make a hat for somebody, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And
fixed.
somebody,
Is it fixed? The hat thing.
I think so. I'm trying to talk into getting a different hat press, one
Mm-hmm.
that actually locks it down. Um, because it actually stretches this part of the hat, so it allows the patch to stick um flatter, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Um, but and then I just got asked for somebody wants one of these shirts. Um,
That's
uh,
what's up.
so and it's got the antlers with the duck, and then the remember always keep the southern roots on the bottom of it.
That's what's up.
So that would be kind of sweet. But yeah, so if you're listening and you want any of this, um, I guess the Southern Roots merchandise, let us know.
I don't think anybody's actually seen the shirts though, unless they've just seen us wear them.
That is true. Well, here I can show them. I got it on. This is I think it's backwards there. Is it? I
No,
say
it's
this
not.
every.
You're
It's
I
good.
not
say
for
this
us.
every time.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
Yeah.
good.
so it's got. This is our logo. There you go. And then on the I'm about to spin in this chair, and y'all wouldn't be able to see any of it. Hold on, I gotta take these things out my ear.
And that's the back. Your
And the
mic's in the
mic's in
way.
the way.
Your mic's all up in the way. There we go.
There it is.
Remember, always keep those southern roots. Yep, that's pretty cool.
I actually want to
Remember
know
when he
why
got that shirt before
Did
we
y'all see it?
did, and
Yeah,
he
it didn't
just was
even tell
surprising
us,
us, and it was
right?
like, "Are you kidding me, bro?
I can't hear you.
It
You
was
didn't
kind of
tell us
jacked up.
anything."
Could y'all see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
saw it.
We were just talking crap about you.
About me being
I
fat.
wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let him listen and figure it out.
About me being fat.
No, we actually didn't say nothing about that. But now that we're on the topic,
You are fat.
I'm working on it. I'm actually not working on it at all.
Me neither. I need to.
The most I'm working on is this basketball league that I'm doing.
That helps for sure.
It does. What were y'all saying?
Don't worry about it. Just
No,
listen.
no. Y'all gonna tell me now.
you literally can't force us. So
I mean, I guess I can't, but that's crazy. Anyways, but yeah. So we also have. There's another shirt that we have too. If you want a shirt or a hat, we can send y'all pictures of what we got. And see.
I actually need to get a couple of them because my kids want some, and I want another one too.
Yeah, and we can do these in any color. Like it doesn't have to be the hunter green or army green or whatever you want. We have a blue one. I mean, the color of the shirt does not matter. We can do the logo and the thing on the back on pretty much any color shirt you want. So, if you want one, let us know. You can drop a comment or
Direct message us on one of the social medias.
probably the best thing. I would not recommend actually leaving a comment on YouTube. Go to one of our social medias and just message us there, either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. We can
Yeah,
get
Facebook or Instagram would probably be your best route.
it
yeah.
would be.
Yeah. That way we can get it sent to the right person. Obviously it does cost money. We can discuss that and all. So, but yeah. I guess before we get out of here, speaking of social medias, Seth, you want to plug those one time real quick?
Yep, the TikTok channel, the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, and the Instagram page. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe, share, drop a comment. It's at the Southern Roots. Give us some interaction.
That's right. Interaction is key. The more interaction,
Please.
the more all of the algorithms push it out to people who do not actually follow us on stuff. So, but with that being said, you good, bro?
He about ripped all my cords out.
Oh, I just seen your head like snatch over like.
I didn't even see it.
So, anyways, with that being said, guys, this has been the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Shane. Remember, always keep those Southern roots.